We're getting into the holiday season and I am really ready to start making some holiday dishes. I am ready to go with the holiday theme. So today we are going to make cookies and I'm going to make them in these fun little cookie presses. See, like these? It's really easy to do, and in the end you get fun little designs. You put a little plate in the bottom and you get these really nifty designs. These doodads are very easy to use. I'm going to show you guys, so simple, and you will not believe this recipe. It's so easy, and it makes, I'm not kidding, it makes 12 dozen cookies. Now, I don't need 12 dozen cookies. I really do not, and I don't think we could even eat them all before the season is over. So I'm gonna make as many as I can do, and then I am going to send most of them with Charles to work. So guys, let's get to work on these butter cookies. So to start, you need 3 sticks of softened butter, which I've already put in the mixer. They are ready to go. And now I need to cream the butter with some sugar. So this is just 1 cup of sugar, and I need to add a bit of salt to that. I'm just gonna put it right in. There we go. It's about a half a teaspoon. And so pour it in. Okay, and now let's let the mixer run. Okay, so at this point, our butter is fluffy and cloud-like, and look, it is pretty much turned white. So that tells us it is nice and creamed together. And now we are going to add 2 eggs. We're going to do it one at a time. And we also need to add a teaspoon of vanilla. So I'm just gonna lock the bowl back in place. I'm gonna turn it on low, and we're gonna add 1 egg. And as soon as that gets fully mixed in, I'm gonna add the next one. Okay, egg number 2 going in. All right, and while that mixes together, I'm going to get vanilla. We need 1 teaspoon. Let's let it mix up. Okay, so I don't see any of the egg or the vanilla anymore, so I'm gonna drop the bowl, and I need to scrape down the sides. All right, there we go. And now we're gonna start adding our flour. So we do need 4 cups of flour. So I'm going to do it in 2 batches. I'm using a paper plate to help me get it in a little easier. Now to get 2 more. Okay, all the flour is mixed in, so let's add the rest. This is almost mixed together. So as soon as it's done, I'm gonna turn the mixer off And I'm just gonna let it rest for at least about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we will put it into the cookie presses, and we will get ready to press out these fun little shapes and make some really yummy butter cookies. So our dough has rested, and now we are at the fun part. I love this part. Okay, so here I'm just going to unscrew the bottom part where our pretty little disc is, and I already have picked a plate, a disc to put in here. It's just a little wreath, very simple and easy. And now I need to fill this tube with our cookie dough. I think using your hands is much easier than trying to use a spoon or a spatula to get it all in there. Just make sure your hands are clean. And just press it right into your tube. Okay, now I've put a little bit too much, I think, but I just wanted to make sure I had something to kind of press on so we kind of even it out. There, I'll take this little bit off the top and just put it right back in the bowl. Okay, here we go. I am happy. Okay, now I just take this piece, screw it back on, and now it's time to press out some cookies. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do not grease your pan, and you do not want to put parchment or a silicone mat down. Don't do any of that, okay? So now I'm going to take this, and I gotta find a place that you guys can see. Can you see? Here, right in the middle. Okay, put it flat down, and I'm going to just click the button. And since it is my first cookie, it's going to take a couple of presses to get it ready. But once you stamp it down and you get your first cookie out, then it's going to be super easy. I think it's going to come out this time. Straight up. Look, there it is. Little wreath. And then just right next to it, stamp it down, straight up. Stamp it, straight up. So I'm also going to do some pumpkin cookies as well, these little pumpkin shapes. And this is using a different cookie press, the same idea though. Put it down and I twist. Put it down, twist. So So after you've pressed out all your pretty little cookies, you just need to put them into a 400-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. You don't want them to be brown, but if you see the edges starting to tan a little bit, just getting a little bit of that golden color, you know they're done. And pull them out, let them cool down, and you will have amazing butter cookies. So I pulled the cookies out of the oven and I let them cool. I pulled out some of the little pumpkins. They are so precious. They are adorable. Okay, now I really want to try one. I know these are going to be great, and I want you to see this. Look how like soft and crumbly and just perfect they are. I love it. Okay. These are great. They are really buttery. I think that's one of the best parts of this cookie. It's like a butter cookie. And I mean, that's what they are. They're butter cookies. And they are so good. Ooh, and you know what? Another really good thing about them is they only have 1 cup of sugar in there. Each cookie has just a little bitty bit of sugar in there. So I'm not really worried about giving these to my kids. I know they're gonna love them, and they're not very sugary. Okay guys, thanks for joining, and I hope you love these press butter cookies. Bye.